And you went.
Moved on through, heartbeat on edge. Felt like a horror flick, smelt of death. Stepping over plenty needles, syringes, bottles, and needles. A man in the fetal position rolled over eager to get his next fix. I'm not your pusher, man. I came to find Eli, could you give me a hand?
So as you guys can tell, he definitely has a sibilant voice. I mean, and that was with the de-esser on. If I go ahead and bypass the de-esser, you're going to hear the sibilant frequencies even more.
Cold and dark, rain fell from the sky. Hoodie up, spirit down my time. I moved through the night with the
You ain't
purpose of
engineering
God.
him though, bro.
Eye on the prize, I had a treasure to find. Up to a warehouse, no sign of life. Plastic bag for a door, I cut it with my knife. Felt like a horror flick, smelt of death. Stepping over plenty needles.
Okay, so you kind of get the idea. Now, what do we use a de-esser for? Why is this a great plugin? Well, we use a de-esser to combat sibilant frequencies, right? Very commonly used on vocals like this, but we can also use it on things like drum overheads. So if we have harsh cymbals, we can tame the harsh cymbals. We can kind of pull it back and soften them up a bit, because what de-essing really is at the core is it's compression. We are compressing whatever frequency or frequencies we tell it to compress. I will show you that in the EQ meter, and you can visually see what's happening there. But before that, let's go ahead and just take a peek at the features, at the knobs, and all the settings real quick. I am gonna bore you to death for one quick second and pull open the good old manual. This is important. Got to read the manual for things. So on the intro here, they kind of talk about what makes this special is that it's 7 de-essers in one, or there's basically 7 different features that this de-esser can do to combat sibilants. Okay. Now, like the 2 normal types of de-essing in the past has been you might pull one de-esser open and what you call wideband de-essing, where you know, if you look at the, let's unbypass this. If you look at the frequency graph down here, it goes from 100 hertz all the way to 20K. So what wideband does is it will compress and de-ess that entire frequency range all the way from 100 to 20K. Does it work sometimes? Sure. Is it always good? No, because if you know we only need to de-ess it at 10K, you know, we're pulling down things like you know 200 hertz and 1K and 2K. Well, that's not going to be good for the overall tone of our vocal or our drum overheads or our guitars. So wideband can be used or can be advantageous, but it's not always the best. You know, if your de-esser can only do that, that's not the greatest thing. The other you know, thing that we see with de-essers is you can pick a band and you can de-ess that band. So like, say you know, use a split band de-esser and you focus on something like 10K. Well, that's great, but what if you need to, you know, you're getting sibilants at 5K and 10K? So the E-Squared has figured out ways to deal with all of these problems. As I said before, we can combine 4 EQ bands to perform those split band functions, and we can notch out certain things to de-ess. In addition, we have an auto and smooth knob. All right, so if we take a look at the plugin here, we have a sensitivity knob, which is essentially the threshold. It's kind of like how it is. We'll be pulling down 3 dB. think about those really harsh. Will a bit of saturation flip the transients on. It brings a gentle and natural smoothing saturation in order to remove peakiness and high amplitude from the sibilance. All right. Below the amount here, we have a clean knob and a dry wet knob. Dry wet is very cool because we can kind of do parallel de-essing. We don't have to set it to 100% wet all the time. We have a visual graph up here, a visual meter. I'll show you how that works. Let's just solo this, go here. So the amber strips show a sibilant frequency, and it will show an instance of sibilance. And then you look at the concentration of the white area will be where the frequency is. So let's check it out.
Cold and dark, rain fell from the sky. Hoodie up, spirit down, my time. I move through the night with the purpose of God.
So we take a look at that. Obviously, you see this amber strip right here is showing that there's a sibilant there. And then if we take a look at this white area, and we relate it over to the frequencies here, we can just kind of eyeball that it is, 5K to 12K. So we're getting...
My plugins, man, I'm fucking pissed.
What's wrong with your plugins?
Cause man, they not working. They not
Daddy,
working,
don't
man. They know I'm a god with them,
Don't
bruh.
say your pig. Don't say
Then
that.
get better ones.
Don't say your. Don't say your pig. Don't say that. Curse word. Don't curse in front of kids. Remember? Thank you.
I did not curse, bruh.
That's just another
Yeah,
word for
you-
P.
Thank you.
That's
With his
just
finger
an,
turning like this in my face.
that's
Don't
another
say-
word for
don't-
P.
Don't ever say pigs.
It's not a better word. It's just a word for P.
Yay!
Hang 3 on the beat. Hang 3 on the beat.
Whoa, yeah.
Well, yeah. Hannah race. Hannah race. Hannah race. Spring car. Go on, speed. Go on. He burped.
Yep.
Did you mean to burp? Did you mean to burp?
Yeah, I did it on purpose.
So you didn't want to erase it?
Yeah, I didn't want to erase that.
Oh, you.
Leaning my
ribs?
100 pound.
Daddy, look.
Piss.
100 pound.
Daddy, look.
You ain't got no head, you can't jump.
I got Mason on my shoes. I got a watch.
Yeah, 2 days ago.
I got dope. That's my world. Moving like news. Moving my tools. My new EP is I pull up. I talk to your groom. I pull up, Jaden. I take your groom. I want ice for bread. I want ice for my neck. They want features
Who is
on
that
my
singing?
neck. Like I'm dead. Like this.
I mean, Rohan. Sorry, no disrespect.
No, you good. Pass that Molly. Plug on score.
You got the best song. Yeah, you do.
Thanks, guys.
Whoa, whoa. Go home territory.
Guess who's on the song with me? Your dad. Of course. Bitch, Oh, that hot picture wrong.
You see it, right?
Yeah.
Hey, go to the 100 band wrist one, bro. Hey, bro, I was working, dog.
Daddy,
Hey, bro, dog, I sent it to
Vader, that's why I was making artwork. Bro. Hey, Taylor, listen. I don't wanna.
Like Uber, man. Nigga try me, I win. Don't trust them.
Boop.
That with them artwork.